Hey, what's up? Well, this is just gonna be an update video. Um, Apparently, I want to be as honest and as truthful as I could possibly be. As you know, this is your favorite schizofrenic. I have schizoaffective bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety, PTSD, all of that. Um, I know I've been pretty positive in most of my videos, but and I'm still gonna try to aim to be, positive, which I'm currently trying to fight what I'm going through now. Um, Even though there's no triggers or anything, having the depression it takes its toll. It's very easy for me to gain weight. That's another thing. I've been going through a hard time. I just my daughter's 6 months old, and just different things happened throughout the years that it made it really hard to lose weight and really easy to gain weight. Um, I'm learning to love myself unconditionally, but I just sometimes it gets so tiring. It's so tiring to have to constantly battle my mind, face my demons before I sleep, even just to get up and go brush my teeth. Something so simple. But when it comes to my kids, I'm all on it. I'm all for it. You know, but it's scary. I'm so articulate now, but I mean, I have a fear. Like, can I lose my kid? Will I lose my kids if something happens to me again? So that's why I got the perfect team: my psychiatrist, my therapist, and I'm being as completely honest as I can with them as possible. But man, I mean, it's tiring having to go through those emotions, mood swings multiple times a day. Medication does help a lot for that to subside and to kind of slow down the racing thoughts, but I still have a lot of racing thought. I still have a lot of thoughts, but you know, it's just it sucks sometimes, and it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Um, fake it till you make it. Just keep breathing. Just breathe. You know. Um, I know that I'm blessed that I have the father that I have. He he has been everything to me. You know, and my kids. If it wasn't for him, I'd be so different right now. But I want to talk about talking. Being able to express certain emotions. Just letting you know, um, if there's anything bothering you. I'm not a professional. I'm not a therapist, but I do understand that people need to express themselves, needs to vent. You know, Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if you're going through something, or if you overcame something. We're all constantly overcoming. Every day we start new. We start trying to overcome things. But it sucks sometimes, and it's really hard. We just gotta sit through the hell, literally. You know, sit through the inferno. Feel the flames. It's gonna end eventually, but it'll make it stronger. So at the same time, right now, what I realize is that there's one side of me, half one side of me is really optimistic. The other side of me is really depressed. At the same time, I feel both of these at the same time. And then there's a third part of me that is observing everything that's going on, you know. And the thing is that there doesn't have you know what, the one thing that I don't like, I actually can say I don't like, is when you say you don't feel good and you and people are like, "Well, why?" Or there has to be a reason. No, not necessarily. You could actually just be depressed. It could be depression is like a physical is a physical thing too. You can feel no energy, aches, body pains, you know, and it's not that you're lazy, it's just you're depressed. And lazy is not the same thing, you know. So that's what don't be so hard on yourself if you feel like, your clothes are hanging around. It's a mess in the house, you know. Do one thing, you know. It's okay. Take a break, you know. It's lived in. I'm not saying to stay messy, but don't be so hard on yourself, you know. And I want to make these videos as personal as I can possibly make it, you know, because I know there's a lot of people out there that wish they had somebody to talk to, and I'm telling you, that happens to me a lot too. I'd rather, I used to be the one that would, you know, call the same people and say what I was going through sometimes, you know, but I had to learn to talk. Because when I would talk, I would not talk about what I'm going through. I would just crack jokes and stuff like that. But I want you to know that, just, you know, if you have listen to this, if you have nowhere else to share your thoughts, go ahead, comment, leave a comment on my box. Leave a comment. You don't even have to subscribe. Just leave a comment. Express yourself right now. You got freedom, you know. If it's too bad though, like if you're yeah, I'm just kidding. Look at that. I went everywhere. Just leave a comment. Express how you're feeling right now, you know? So mental health is really important. And I'm literally, while you're watching this, as I'm recording this, I'm going through it, you know? My heart feels heavy. Let me explain. My heart feels heavy and it feels like it's kind of in my throat a little bit. I have my daughter with me. She's sleeping right now. My son is with his biological father, you know, for the day and a half he has him a week. But, you know, I went through a lot with that person. I'm not going to say who, but he was so narcissistic and so mentally and emotionally abusive for years. He had a hold on me, you know, and I forgot who I was. I lost myself, you know, began to feel like, you know, I wasn't enough, and I lost myself in that. And I think the biggest thing is because oh, look at me, I'm going on a rant, I'm just talking. But the biggest thing was that I was looking for happiness outside, like from an outside source, trying to look for happiness that way, or looking for confirmation from an outside source that I'm doing okay. That's the thing. I should not have to rely on an outside source to know my self-worth. I should not have to rely on an outside source to know my self-worth. So you should not have to rely on an outside source to know your self-worth. But it's easier said than done. No matter what I say, I know no matter what I say, no matter what anybody says or what you say to yourself, you're still going to feel that way. And that's a big part of depression, or having just the sad part of health. You know, it's hard to deal with, you know. But I just want you to know you're not alone. And this is confirming to me that I'm not alone. Same things I'm telling you, I'm saying it for myself too. I really hope that I reach people. You know, it's hard. I get it. It is hard. You know, there's so many people homeless, literally losing their jobs, losing their homes, you know, losing family. You know, I'm telling you now, you know what? No matter what you want to say, if you got to say something, if you feel like you're bottled up, you feel whatever way, you know, just write it down or make a video or, you know, do something. Even if you get a piece of paper and just doodle it out, you know. But if you, as long as it's constructive and it's not harming you or harming anybody else, do it. You know, you gotta vent. So I guess I just needed to talk, say something, and update. The biggest thing, my biggest vulnerable, or not vulnerable, not vulnerability, my biggest weakness is consistency for me. I went 7 days without making a video. I wanted to make at least one or two a week. But I'm telling you now, I'm fighting consistency. And there's a difference between motivation and discipline. You can lose motivation. When you lose motivation, you find the discipline to do what you need to do, even if you don't want to do it. And I learned that I'm still trying to learn that from my dad. I'm starting to grasp that with my mind, you know. And even though I might sound like I'm okay, which I'm hanging in there, there's a lot of things, a lot of emotions going on. You know, this person did so much damage to me, you know, and I have to be forced to forgive and forget because I have a child with him, you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, it all comes down to you just breathing. You made it another day, you know. So, this is just spreading awareness. You know, I'm not now hearing voices or anything right now. Not really. Um, but I do feel like kind of down, like on the downside. Um, I feel depressed right now, but I'm pulling myself out of it, you know. And with that said, I just want to say it's okay. There's nothing wrong with feeling depressed, but I also don't want to stay in there. I don't want to stay in there. Um, let's see. I'm depressed. The good things that happened today. My daughter spoon fed for the first time today. She had the first time was cereal. The second meal was carrots, and she actually liked it. She didn't spit it out. She did good at swallowing it. She got a high chair. My dad got me a surprise gift. You know, high chair. That's why I said thank God for my dad, because I know there's people out there, you probably don't even have immediate family that could help you out. And you're just looking for somebody to talk to, somebody to listen, let you tell you. I'm telling you, even if you're living in the cardboard box and you somehow see this video, because I was homeless at one point too. When my dad he helped me out a little bit, but I had to keep going for my son. I'm telling you now, you are going to touch so many lives with your story. You're going to save lives with your story. So keep going, keep at it, keep your head up. God bless. And, you know, if, you know, like I said, this is kind of a different, weird video. You know, I was obsessing trying to look for what to talk about and stuff, but, these are just my thoughts and some things I'm going through. Almost like a documentary, kind of, I don't know. But all I know is that I want to spread more health, more mental health awareness, you know, and how important that is for us to talk about it more. And to spread, you know, normalize what's going on. You know, that it's okay to express your feelings if you're upset, if you're negative. You shouldn't have to keep it in if it's negative and be worried about what somebody else thinks, you know. So, with that said, I gotta get me some sleep too. And, yeah. It's tiring. I'm physically tired from, you know, the emotional roller coasters every day, but we're making it. We are making it. We got this. All right, until next time, you know, feel free to subscribe. Go ahead, subscribe. I'm going to be having more videos coming up. It's going to be happening, you know, just to share my experience and hopefully motivate other people to, you know, share their experiences or gain something out of it, you know. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. All right, thanks.